Oh, there you go. Hi, Kana. How are you doing?
渡辺さん、こんにちは。調子どうですか？
とてもいいです。I'm good. Thank you.
Great, great. My name is Jason Cruz. I'm a writer here in Seattle, Washington. I wanted to ask you some questions about your upcoming fight next week.
私の名前はジェイソン・クルーズといって、シアトルでライターやってます。今日はよろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
First of all, how are you feeling? How was your training camp coming up to this fight this June?
この試合の、ためのファイトキャンプの調子はどうですか？
そうですね。結構試合のスパンが短かったので、ちょっと短くハードに、やることにして、結構調子は上がってきてます。すごくいい調子です。
Yeah, for this fight, I didn't have too much time to set up a solid fight camp. It was kind of a short period, so I had to make a dense fight camp and work a little harder on every aspect to get myself prepared in such short time. But it worked out. I feel great, and I think I'm ready.
Now, so you alluded to you had a tough fight, a good split decision win in April, and so when you turned around, did you have the training camp here in the United States, or was it back in Japan?
今回の試合のファイトキャンプはアメリカでやったんですか？日本で行ったんですか？
日本でやってます。
Yeah, this fight camp I prepared in Japan.
I see. And then are you heading back? When are you heading back to the United States for this fight?
今回アメリカに渡米するスケジュールってどうなってるんですか？いつ行くんですか？
ですね、20日にコネチカット州の方に行って、そこで5日間ほど調整をして試合に向かう感じです。
I'm scheduled to arrive in Connecticut on June 20th.
I see. And so you said that this was more of a condensed training camp, but do you like the activity so quickly? You fought in April, now you fight in June. Is this something that you like?
今回ちょっと試合の間隔が短いんですけれども、渡辺選手としては普段からこういった、試合間隔を望みますか？それとももうちょっと離れてた方が望ましいですか？
そうですね。あんまりそうです。大体今ぐらいか、もうちょっと、でももうちょっと欲しいですね。3ヶ月ぐらい大きいぐらいが一番ベストかなと思います。
Yeah, to be completely honest, I think one fight every 3 months would be a perfect time span in between fights. This fight, I could have used a little more time to get prepared for this fight, but it is what it is. But in a perfect world, yeah, once every 3 months would be ideal.
I see. And so what do you know about Liz Carmouche, your next opponent?
リズ・カルムーシュについてどういうことを知ってますか？
そうですね。かなりキャリアの、あるファイターということと、UFC やベラトールの過去の試合は全て一応見て研究はしました。
Yeah, so I know that Liz Carmouche is a very well-rounded fighter, very experienced, and I've pretty much watched all of her fights that's out there, and I've been studying her a lot.
Yes. Now, obviously, we all know that her first fight, professional fight in the UFC, was against another judoka, Ronda Rousey. Do you expect to use a lot of your background in judo in this fight, or would you like to see yourself mix it up more?
リズ選手は、ロンダと同じ柔道家のロンダとも試合やってますが、渡辺選手も同じ柔道家としてリズに、どのような試合展開を望みたいと思いますか？
そうですね。やっぱり理想は組み技、リズ選手はすごい柔術が黒帯で、組み技の展開もすごくレスリングなども上手なので、私の強みはそこなので、そこで勝負したいなって、純粋にちょっとそこで競り合ってみたいなっていう気持ちが結構強いですね。その研究してくると思うので、 まあ、そこにどういうふうに持ち込むかっていうのも、結構作戦になるんですけど、結構純粋なファイターとしての気持ちは、その組み合ってみたいなという、組み合ってどういう展開になるか試したいなっていう気持ちがあります。
Just if I were allowed to be just straight up a straight shooter and tell you my desire will be to straight up grapple with Liz Carmouche because I know that she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu and her strong points is wrestling. She's a fantastic wrestler, and the grappling part is, when the fight hits the mat, that's where she thrives, and that's where I thrive as well. And I just honestly, I just want to compete and see how my grappling would hold up against her grappling, and that's my honest opinion. But obviously, we're gonna study each other, and taking it to that part's gonna be half of the fight. But in all honesty, I would love to grapple with her and see who's the better grappler.
I see. I see. So I know your background is judo, and when you transitioned into mixed martial arts, how did you find the transition? Was it very smooth? Were there parts of other disciplines that you found a little more challenging? How was it?
渡辺選手は柔道をずっとやってきた、バリバリの柔道家なんですけれども、総合格闘技に転向したときに、すんなりと転向できましたか？それともやっぱり最初難しかった部分だったり、全く肌に合わなかった部分があったりとか、そのトランジッション、変わったとき、どんな体験でしたか？
そうですね、格闘技は自分でやりたくて始めたことなので、気持ち的な抵抗は全くなく、スムーズに前向きに取り組むことができたんですけど、やはり柔道と格闘技って本当に全く似てるようで全く別物なので、覚えることが多くて、最初はとても苦労しました。今も絶賛苦労中です。
Yeah, so it was my choice to become a martial artist and choose this as a career. So in terms of my mentality aspect of making the transition, I had no problem making the transition to MMA. But however, judo and MMA, it's a completely different sport, completely different aspect, and I did definitely struggle a lot to adapt from my judo to become an MMA fighter. And I am currently still definitely struggling with the MMA aspect because there's so much to learn.
I see. I see. Good answer. I now want to ask you. This is a very important fight in the Bellator rankings. You and Liz Carmouche are ranked 2 and 3 in the flyweight division, with the winner possibly getting a title shot. Are you at all looking at this fight as that important that it could lead to a title shot?
この試合はランキング2位と3位が直接対決をするっていう、構図になるんですけれども、多くの人たちが思っているのは、この試合の勝者が、おそらく次のタイトルチャレンジャーになるんだろうというふうに見ているんですが、渡辺選手自身としてこの試合はそういうポジションにあると思いますか？どれくらいの重みがある試合だと思いますか？
そうですね。勝ったらタイトルショットができる可能性は大いにあるかなと思うんですけど、やっぱり内容もすごく大事。ただ勝つだけではなくて、勝った時の内容もすごく大事だと、それによってタイトルマッチができるかできないかにも変わってくると思うので、すごく大事な試合、結果も大事なんですけど、しっかり内容も大事にしていきたいなと思ってます。
So yeah, I think the winner of this fight, there's a big chance of the winner of this fight getting the next title shot. But I think the performance definitely matters. I think the winner has to win in a very convincing way in order to solidify that title shot. So not only is the result important, but I do think that the performance has to be convincing enough to get that title shot.
I see. And so, how do you envision this fight to end? Hopefully, I'm sure you hope it's not as nail biting as your split decision win in April, but how do you envision this fight to end?
渡辺選手、この試合どういう展開、そしてどういう決着がつくと思いますか？前回みたいな本当に ドキドキするようなスプリット反転は避けたいと思っているんですが、と思っている人けれど。
そうですね。やっぱりしっかりと自分のプランを遂行して、理想はフィニッシュしたいですね。一本取りたいなと思ってます。でも打撃の展開も全然やりたいので、しっかり打撃の展開もやって、自分のいい形に持ち込んで一本取りたいなというのが理想の形です。
Yeah, so in a perfect world, I would like to be able to execute my plan perfectly, and submit her at the end. But overall, I would like to show everything I have. I would like to strike with her, and I would like to grapple with her, and I would like to submit her. So hopefully it goes that way.
Yeah, and finally, you've had a very short time to be back in Japan, and you head back to the United States. Have you been able to do anything in terms of relaxing or anything aside from training during this condensed time since you got back from your fight in April?
渡辺選手、前回の試合から、今回の試合のオファーとか、試合の間隔が非常に短いんですが、前回の試合戻ってきてから何か羽を伸ばしたりリラックスする時間ってありましたか？何かしましたか？
そうですね。何もしてないんですけど、今の日本の政府の環境で、帰ってきてからは2週間は隔離で、ステイホーム、家から出れないので、その期間にちょっと、ゆっくり、デリバリーでいろいろ美味しいものを食べながら、ちょっとリラックスしました。そのぐらいですかね。
Yeah, so I didn't really get to do anything during the time, but due to government restrictions, after the first fight, I came back to Japan and I had to self-quarantine for 14 days. So during that time, I did relax a bit. I got myself rested up. I ordered a lot of delivery food, and I kind of pampered myself a little bit.
Well, that's good to hear. Kana, I really appreciate your time here today. Good, safe travels back to Connecticut next week, and good luck on next Friday.
今日は本当お時間いただいてありがとうございます。良き旅を安全な旅でコニジカット行って試合頑張ってください。
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kana. Thank you, Shingo, for your time. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you very much.